Well, everyone, welcome to Switzerland and Swiss car culture. Guys, we're at the Shifthappens event for the very first time. You might know Philip and Liv, who are Swiss content creators, and they organized for the very first time their own car event. Every brand is welcome here. We, of course, here are in a Porsche line. I think most of the cars will be Porsches, of course, with the manual Panamera. And there in the background is already a GT3 RS coming. And look at the wonderful mountainside. It's so nice here in Switzerland, to both sides. And here's a huge lineup. But yeah, first things first, I have to ruin my hair because it is warm as hell, guys. It's really warm. So we have 4 lines of cars. We have 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 line. And here we have a 50-year anniversary 911 Turbo. Still quite rare. People from the Netherlands, UK guys, we've seen them yesterday. We were at the Supercar Pass, Grimsel Pass, and there were a lot of cars. Made some beautiful pictures. And wow, the cars are really mixed here. I love it. Check out this one here. 964 Turbo. What a champ, what a beautiful car. Next to a white GT4, which is a bit of a Swiss thing. They don't like colors as much as you guess. They are a country which likes white, gray, black. And yeah, but there's a nice 964 again, next to GT3. And here's the RS coming. The wing, it's so big, it's crazy how big this wing is. And here we have one. We've seen them in Böbling at the PFF meeting, a German Porsche forum, old school internet website forum. And there's this one. And this is not Etna Blue. This is one of the fawn colors. So far, it's the only car having this kind of blue tone, but I think it's super similar to Etna Blue. And here in the background, we have all the other brands. A very shiny M2 is parking with chrome wheels. Little Ford Escort, old BMWs, E46s, which are really nice. Wow, it's big. It's going to all the way over there. You see a little globe? That's the whole event. So there's a lot of place for really a lot of cars. Oh, and here's a very controversial car parking, the MG Cyberster. I've driven this car just recently. Video will come up soon on my German YouTube channel, and it's surprisingly good, even though it's really not as sporty, but it looks absolutely stunning. Check out this styling. And of course, it's all electric, so you don't hear anything at all. Yeah, perfect for the Swiss countryside. They don't like engine noises. They just went through with a new legislation, banning you from driving in sport mode, making excessive noise. But the punishments are, of course, really hard. But yeah, the cars here, they don't have a sport mode. They are always loud. Here's what I expected from Switzerland. A lot of other brands, not only Porsches. 458 Italia. Lotus Evora, I think it is. Really not that common, especially in Germany. We don't have any of these. A few 458, of course, but yeah, here in Switzerland they have the money, so they buy everything. And a 458 is really nice. Also here, a bit of a daily driver setup. There's even a little Kia back there. RS4 looking really standard, but when you know it, it's not a normal standard A4. It's a lot more. Check out the little 190 Benz with a flag post. Little homage to all the diplomatic cars. Mitsubishi Evo. Really what I expected. I wanted to see a lot of different kind of cars, not only Porsche. They did now a Porsche lineup, where it's only Porsche, but the other cars are, I think, more striking. Even as a Porsche fan, you see it here on my cap, even as a Porsche fan I say that. I've seen too many Porsches already in my life. Speaking of Porsche, another 930 Turbo. It's nice. Super classy. That's cool. We have the old turbo, the first turbo, next to the latest turbo, the 50-year edition. So cool. What do we have here? Another 930 turbo, or is it something else? Has some RS wheels on it, so it's heavily modified, I guess. Bucket seats as well. Really nice ones as well. Full leather interior, stitching, all done aftermarket. But it says turbo on the back and also at the exhaust to the side, so I guess it's a turbo. And a shark blue GT4, also looking nice. A lot of Germans, of course, here. 991 is still one of the most beautiful cars out there. There's also a German YouTuber. He does some very cool Alpine tours. But of course, only in German, his videos. So I will do it in English for you this time. I really want to show you where I'm also going internationally, to what kind of events. And in Switzerland, there are so many people from the UK, Netherlands. So I think it's better to do it in English. If you haven't already seen it, the last Frühschicht video, the big car meet at the Porsche Experience Center Hockenheimring in Germany, right next to my home, that you have to check out, because there were so many cars, like here, 300-400 cars. This time here should be 600, but there it's ridiculous how many GT4 RS, Spider RS there were present. And here we have also a nice 911 Turbo S next to an all-silver GT3, GT4, and to a very blue. I love this gentian blue color, it's so nice. On a standard 911, looking great. Speaking of Spider RSs, here's another one. These cars, they get sold so many. It's really not a rare car. It's cool how you see the tire, the cup too. It's so much rubber. 996 4S. The only classic 996 ride, besides maybe you could say the Turbo is also already getting a classic. Really, really nice. Nice will be the word of the video, of course. It's always nice in Switzerland. Nice Spider 981. And here we have a nice F model, looking very ST-ish, which you can always spot from the big arches and no rear spoiler, so it's not an RS, no ducktail. But of course it's impossible to tell if it's original or not. There were so few original cars, and it's so easy to do it in this retro mod styling. And here we also have a famous car, Violet GTS, from a famous, well, you could say famous, but yeah, one of my favorite Instagram pages which I follow. He's driven this car already for over 60,000 kilometers, driving it daily, driving it to the North Cape, and the color is so nice, so good. Our 986 transaxle 4-cylinder. These are very, very rare already. I think they were only built a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, and they discontinued the whole transaxle setup. It's pretty much a 944 underneath, but looking like a 993. Wow, look at this. Very, very sporty Lotus lineup. Wow. So if you really want to drive and have a bare bone experience, this is the brand for you. Looking very orange. A lot of spoilers, a lot of arrows. Very cool Corvette C6 here. This is a car I always want to try, but as a ZR1 version, so the really, really overpowered one. Lovely V8 M3. And a very, very classic spec on a McLaren. Call me crazy, I really don't like McLarens. I don't get the point. But this one looks great. Why I'm not getting the point? I think they did too many different variants. I think the overall cars are great, but I got completely lost with all the variants. They did sub-variants, this is now the 570 GT. I think there was also an S and another version. I think they launched 3 versions of this car. But the spec is really nice. With a silver brownish exterior color and tan interior, that looks great. Yeah, the GT version was it, where you have extra storage there in the back and the other ones don't have it. If I would have been a McLaren owner, or like an interested potential customer, I would have been completely lost what I would get. But here's a car, or 2 cars I would get, or 3 cars. So the car I would get is a GTS 991. These are just the perfect sports car. The best Porsche has ever made. Best of pure sports car, but a bit of comfort. Then we have a 997, which are getting the perfect classic look already. Especially as a GTS, this is just a 4S, but I already spotted some GTS. And then the 991.1 RS, the best experience for the money, hardcore experience. These in Germany are getting very, very cheap now, speaking like 160,000 euros. And I think for that you get a lot of raw bare-bone GT3 RS experience. Why would you spend another 100k for the 992, right? And here we have one 997 GTS. This is the best 997 to get. 408 horsepower, start up like a GT3 Touring, so it really starts up very, very nicely. And here's a car I desperately want to try, 997.2 GT3 with a 6-speed manual, Metzger engine. Oh, another one. Wow, didn't expect it to see two of these here, of the 968. Speed yellow, GT3 996, also nice. One Taycan. These cars, they now have a big image problems, but underneath they are just the most perfect car you will ever own. Drives perfectly, super quiet, super fast, and charges super fast as well. It's just that the values are tanked. They are so cheap. That's the biggest problem. Because most customers were already told from their Porsche centers, Porsche's investment, but no, it's not like this. It's not working like this at all. Cool, here we have a racing green, I think it's called, or jet green, GT4 RS. Yeah, one of the many, but the spec is really cool with the neodyme or all-rim wheels. Also cool cap fitting to the color setup, right? Really nice. And not overdone. It's not a Sonderwunsch vehicle, it's just the color with some nice wheels. That's really all you need. Next to a GT4 as well. Two GT4s in the shot. There in Miami blue. One of the coolest colors I think Porsche did. And this was very popular. They even discontinued it, I think, for that. One of the rarer RSs, 991.2. This car refuses to age. It just looks like it fall off the production line. The new one, I think, looks even older than this one. Next to a 901.2 GT3, the best of the best. You have there the manual experience, and here you have the racetrack PDK experience. Another GT4 RS. And here we have, is it a Singer or what is it? What are we looking at here? Because it looks amazing. Retro mod. Yeah, I think it is, right? No, it doesn't say it anywhere. So it is some sort of retro mod. Look at the tire size. That is massive. Wow. Little 997 as well. If I think of a 911, I really have to say it's this one. Of course, the older one as well, but for my generation, if you grew up as a millennial, this is the 911, the 997. Just looks so classy. 991 GT3, the first gen, the least desirable to get, but also the values are making it very desirable. Speaking of values, there's all new GT3 that was very expensive for essentially the same car. But it's loud, it's surprisingly loud. I didn't expect it. So that one is definitely louder than the pre-facelift. Though of course it could be already an exhaust put on. Sounds good. I have to admit it, it really sounds good. And I also like more and more the new rear lights. Light upgrade is always great. What I don't like is this there in the rear, this overstyling. Makes no sense. Oh wow, and here we have a Turbo S exclusive series with the right wheels, looking absolutely amazing. Wow. Being followed by another 911, of course, here the Porsche line, and there's the coming, the new GT3. With the new seats as well. PDK. Guys, get a manual, don't buy PDK. Just get the manual and be happy. It's just the best. Of course, if you have any other opinion, I'm sure you will let me know in the comments why you are right? Always get the manual. Ditch the PDK. Drive the manual. Be a man. Oh man, have a great one. Daniel, an American living in Berlin and owning a wonderful GT3, and he even put up a little ducktail. So he deleted the spoiler, driving PDK, which is of course wrong, which he just learned. But yeah, he enjoys the hell out of the car. Driven it already 15,000 kilometers in 1.5 years. That is a lot. For a GT3, that is really a lot. Here we have some nice colors. Lava orange, chalk as well, which is very popular. And then a PTS GT3, I think it's birch green. A very 70s green color. Oh, next to an Irish green 964. That is very rare. It's very tough to get Irish green, especially back in the old days. The exclusive program was pretty much non-existent. And then a speed yellow 993 as well. Love this setup here. Love the colors. That looks great. I like it. Guys, what do you think of Ferrari? I think this is a really nice lineup. With 296 next to the Superfast, that is a really tasty combination. Similar number plate, so maybe same owner. Really like the green on the Ferrari, though the wheels are a bit too discreet for my taste. If you own a Ferrari, show it off. And then a very, very classic Super Sport in silver with a bit of a tan interior. A bit of tan is inside, but it's two-tone with black over, I think it's close to 800 horsepower, right? From this one, I think it's way above 700. Oh, the interior of the 296, wow. Very nice, light interior with this exterior color. That is a great combination. So we're getting closer and closer to the main event stage over there. Though, of course, there are still more cars to see. M3 Touring or M4 Touring, I think, I don't know. M3 Touring, yeah, I always get confused. Lovely Impreza. That's a spec to have. McLaren. I love the speed yellow on an Audi TT. I think that's exactly the old Porsche yellow, right? Lexus, something we rarely see. Especially the V8s here in Germany, we never see them. But here we have one. Nice to see them. Few Americans over there. Dodge Charger, cool spec. And there in the background, little Miata in mint color and an Alpine leaving. This is also a car I need to try. Some say it's better than the Cayman. I don't think so, but no doubt I think it will drive great. It has very, very small tires and a small engine, so I don't think you can compare it as much to a Cayman. From Liechtenstein, a lovely G model next to Frank's Carrera T, a friend of mine from my region in Germany. But this cabriolet with the light interior and then this blue silver color, that is great. This is a car my wife would love to own. GT4 next to the better GT4, the Cayman R. Or is it? So these are very hard to get in the perfect spec. Peridot metallic, the color, it's a bit of a controversial size, but I think the choice is great for the Cayman R. But it's very tough to get them with bucket seats, manual gearbox, and the limited slip diff. This one has the bucket seats and the manual gearbox, so this is already extremely rare because most of them were, of course, PDKs was new back in the day. Manuals was the old kind of car. Now everyone wants a manual. And wow, what kind of 928 do we have here? Completely resprayed, painted, off-road package, off-road tires, the cage as well, spare tire in the boot. Without any liner at all, so it's completely bare bones. 928 off-roader with the V8, of course, next to the GT3 Touring from Bene, also a friend of mine who's doing cool Porsche events in Germany. In July, who's doing his Tout event, the art of driving. If you want to have some cool stealth event, there you have to go. It's really a bit under the radar, because it's not in a big city, but that makes it so much more charming. And this is a car. He also joined us on an Alpine tour back in 2021, and it's just the best 911 to have, right? Here we have the McLaren I really like. Oh, speaking of something cute, that is cool. That is cool. But yeah, this was the car that sparked my interest in McLaren. The MP4-12C in the sunburst orange, I don't know. Grand Tour would say it's brown, but yeah, it's great. If only the quality would have held up, because these were horrible to own without our warranty. But yeah, I think the styling is so much better than the new ones, right? And here we have Wolfis from Wolfgang, another friend of mine with his Ferrari, a violet Ferrari with yellow striping, all original from the factory, so it's crazy what they do. The Italians looking great. Also 296, but the convertible, so it's a Spider. He owned the Coupe beforehand, but that was more in an orange color. I think he wanted something more special. He owned a purple ultraviolet 991 2 Turbo S with 800 horsepower. So this is like his Italian interpretation of that car, because he really liked it. But yeah, the spec is wonderful, and you can drive it open top, of course, with the V6 making some great noise. That for Germany is a super crazy spec. It's so great that he did it. And here we have the stand from the man himself, from Philip. Why so slow? When you want to do a logo, just do it like this. Don't overthink it. That's so cool. There he runs. He's running for me. He doesn't want to talk to me. The man. We will catch him, don't worry. The poor man has a lot to do. It's crazy. With such a small group, what they did here at the event. It's super cool. It's really not too big. With 600 cars, so I like this kind of event. Not this big thing from Porsche. It's too big from the manufacturers or like huge events. I really like the smaller ones where you can actually see the cars. Can take your time, but sometimes more is more. The Frühschicht, the first one in Hockenheim, over 600 cars, and that was crazy as well for a small event. Let's do some catching.
Hello.
Hallo, hallo. Sehr gut, sehr gut, sehr gut.
Yes.
So for you, I will film the video in English because so many of your followers are in English.
Okay, yeah.
So they will understand how cool it is here.
It's very hot here.
So how exhausted are you?
I don't know. I'm very. I am pretty much dead.
That's cool.
It's cool, no?
It's amazing, really.
Yeah.
And the location is great. The people are great.
Did you see the cool cars?
Not yet. Not yet. We just arrived like an hour ago.
Fashionably late.
Took us an hour to get like here. Yeah, fashionably
I don't
late.
think
Yeah.
it took that long to come here.
No, it is. I had to film all the cars. There are so many cool ones.
Yeah.
And now we head in for the highlights, right?
All right. Perfect.
All right. And I need to get the shirt of yours. I like it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Amazing that you organize it.
Let's do it.
Really good.
We try, huh?
Picture time. Picture time. Smile. Woo! Oh, that's a Swiss emotions, right? Dodge Viper, always great to see them. They are so rare here in Europe. So rare. Such a brute car. And I think this there, that's a Singer. Though is it? I'm not sure. Guys, can you spot the Singer besides all the other restaurant mods? Because here are even more restaurant mods. All restaurant mods. Another restaurant mods behind the flag. So many. This is the highlight. Check it out. There we have the dome, centrally located, Ferrari F40, and pretty much all the greatest supercars ever made. Corvette, GT40, 488, 911 Dakar, you might know it from Instagram, Aventador, I think it's a Shelby Cobra, right? Dodge Viper, but also cool stuff here. Another GT3, Shelby GT500, the original one in blue with the white striping. That is stunning. Sport Classic in Smyrna green. Just had lunch with the owner. Super nice. Swiss art cars on Instagram. This one and also the Dakar Auto, their same owner. Amazing cars. The modern Ford GT. Radical, wow. With a number plate, all right. Yeah, perfect for the Sustenpass, right? SLS AMG, my favorite V8. I like that one so much. In the background, look, there's an actual Batmobile. Wow. Testarossa Ferrari and another Dodge Viper. But yeah, definitely the highlight. F40 Ferrari. Absolutely crazy. Just the best supercar ever made. Define supercar, you get the Ferrari F40, right? Absolutely timeless classic. Another Ferrari leaving here. This or this? This or this? I get this. I like this. This has to be one of the most beautiful 911 sports classics ever made. In Smyrna green. This location is so cool. And here we have a proper Batmobile. I never seen one. No idea how original it is, what kind of story is behind this one. But yeah, it's funny. Proper movie vehicle. It's crazy, what a build. All built from the ground up, there's no chassis underneath. Wow, such a cool event. And the location, guys, it's cool. I have not really an idea what it is. I think it's like an old amusement park. And there's a dome behind me. Above everything else, I'm sure you can go inside. Or maybe in the old days. Oh, it's super hot here. Under the glass, it's super hot. Yeah, Porsche channel, and I adore these rear ends, right? What a shot. SLS, F40, Testarossa. and the Viper. I like this Viper so much. Such a simple car, big tires, big engines, and of course the most important thing, the manual gearbox, 6-speed and 8.4 liter V10. So nice to see one. Someday I will drive one. And of course, something official from Porsche, we have it also here. Porsche sent a Bern with their Taycan Turbo GT Weissach package, which means we get a little spoiler, we get no rear seats, absolutely none, and 2 918 Spider style carbon bucket seats. So cool. This is the electric car to get, right? Of course, many don't like electric. I like it, and I like it that they done it. Really racetrack focused Taycan. Macan as well there. There I did a video in German on my channel where we did a lot of kilometers in one, and it performed very, very well. Oh, there's something loud going on. Let's look at another cool 911 from Richard. Touring Tribe meets Sky in racing green metallic. All-rim wheels. Carrera GT leather. When you remember my video from the last Icons event in Dubai, where I talked with Jassim Alfani, where I talked about the 911 Sport Classic with the leather from the Carrera GT. This is the one I talked about, which also had it. And the color is so nice. Also has touring in the headrests. And of course, it's a manual. And you can see it at many, many events. And Richard is one of the organizers here from the Shifthappens event. It's so cool that they done it. It's so cool. They done it so well. And now we check out some more cars while there's a very, very loud Lamborghini coming behind me. Love the color. Violet Aventador. Looking absolutely great. I love this shot with this arc and the mountains and all these cars. So many cars there. Here we have a future classic 991.1 GTS. We'll check with rear-wheel drive in a second. But these are getting very, very desirable, very, very fast. It's a Ford GTS, so it's not the most desirable one. But still, it's clean, it has a naturally aspirated engine, a very good PDK gearbox, central locking wheels, which looks just perfect. And if you find one in a good spec, which it needs is LED lights, because that makes it look a bit more modern in my opinion. But then you have a really, really beautiful car. And Verena is also here. Verena Prüps, maybe only known in Germany, but you should check her out on Instagram. She has some amazing classic Porsches, and one of this is this old F model. Super clean, and she drives them a lot. The funny thing is, her most modern Porsche is a first generation Cayenne. That's her most modern car she owns. So you can imagine the other cars she has. There's even a little museum of her father and a great story behind it, which I think I also have to show that at some point. And talking of crazy things, I didn't realize this 997 Turbo before, right? Body color wheels on a first gen 997 Turbo, so Metzger engine, PCCB brakes, and is it a manual? It is a manual. Wow, that is one of the craziest specs I've seen, even red stitching inside. What a car! And the condition is like mint. There is not a scratch on those wheels. What an event, guys, what an event. That was crazy cool, I have to say. Chapeau to the organizers. That was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. And I also hope you enjoyed the video. As always, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and then we see each other at the next thing. Maybe in 2 weeks there's another event in Germany where we do another little English video for you guys, and then you come to Germany or Switzerland, and then you enjoy our Porsche or car culture here. Alright guys, I hope you liked it. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and then we see each other on the next one. Till then, Allah, ciao!